Hi, my name is Reggie Brown, and I'm an illustrator. I've illustrated about a dozen children's books, and today I'm going to show you my studio. So this is how I create my drawings. I use Photoshop and this tablet that has this little stylus on the end of it. And I usually start off with like a pencil sketch, and that's how I start all of my artwork. So if you want to zoom in, you can see some of the details. Well, I'm currently living in San Diego, California with my wife and small dog Bruce. And I was originally born in the Philippines. And so we left the Philippines when I was 6 or 7, and we moved to the United States, and that took a little bit of an adjustment because it was new people, new culture, and it was definitely like a fish out of water situation for me, but it was exciting, and I love living here. Well, how I got started in this industry, I was working for a biotech in like a corporate job. I turned 40, I got laid off, and I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and I always loved drawing, so I just started putting my art out on Instagram, and I was found by my agent, and shortly after that I got my first book deal, and I've been drawing ever since for the last 3.5 years. I get my creativity from the people in my community, the entertainment and books I read, and also just from living everyday life. My favorite part in getting to draw for a living is that, 1, I get to work from home, 2, I get to make stories and create characters and just be an artist. I think that's probably like the best part of this whole journey so far. Well, I've been drawing all my life, so as soon as I could hold a pencil, I started drawing, and it was always a way of me to connect with people, to express my emotions, and I was able to tell stories, and I've just carried that on into my adult years. The picture books and stories I like to tell are usually about people who look like me, who come from communities I come from. So it's usually brown and black kids and families. I like stories of immigrants and people who are coming into a different culture from the culture that they were in. I also love sci-fi stories, and I'm a big like anime fan, so those types of stories I gravitate to. Well, I definitely want to tell my own stories. I have a few stories in the works, and hopefully you guys will be able to see it in the future. For each book, I like to kind of make it like a song album, so I like to listen to a bunch of songs that I feel reflect the story of the book, and so I usually have that playing in the background while I'm creating and sketching and just thinking of colors and scenarios that I want to come alive in the story and in the book. So that's how I create books. Well, what I love about the Tacko Fall story when I first got it was just about his journey from Africa to the United States and into the NBA. So it really resonated with me with some of the things that he went through. I also went through in learning the new culture, the language, and just learning the people. I also love his tenacity, and I love how his family and his community gathered around him to help him with his difficult journey. And it was just a riveting story. Anyway, for any future writers and illustrators, the only advice I could give you, or the one advice I would give you, is that finish, not perfect. Most of us are artists and we love to create things, and the things that we create, we want them to be perfect, but they'll never be perfect, no matter how many years you spend on your story or your art. So you just need to get it out there in front of people's eyes so they can see what you've been creating and the stories that you're trying to tell.